Have you ever imagined finding a travel spot that feels totally unique, like properly off the beaten path, almost secret? Maybe somewhere you'd have these amazing wildlife moments, totally unexpected, in just a stunning place. Okay, let's dive right in then. Picture finding this hidden gem for birdwatching tucked away in one of South Africa's most beautiful areas. Today, that's exactly what we're doing, a deep dive into an incredible birding trip in the Outeniqua Mountains. And it's all based on this amazing account from our source, who goes by Birdwatcher.
Yeah, and what's really striking about Birdwatcher's story is how it pulls together, careful planning, really sharp observation skills, and just being totally immersed in this gorgeous nature. So our mission today for you is to unpack the key bits of knowledge and, frankly, inspiration from this trip. We want to show you why this specific place is, well, pretty special, not just for serious birders, but really for anyone who loves connecting with the wild.
Absolutely. And the foundation for this whole deep dive is the detailed report from Birdwatcher, who we know is actually Ben Fouché. And he's not just some random enthusiast. Ben is an approved guide and tour operator. He's listed right there on the Go Birding website, the one run by BirdLife South Africa.
That's right, the country's top bird conservation group, so he knows his stuff.
Exactly.
Okay.
And this account is fresh, right from his trip in March 2025. So really current insights. Okay, so with Ben's report as our guide, let's start right where the journey began. The planning, the logistics. This wasn't just hopping in the car.
No, definitely not. It was clearly thought out. Birdwatcher mentions starting in Sedgefield, lovely little coastal town, and the route deliberately went through Hoekwil and Touwsranten, quieter, scenic spots.
So not the main highway.
Exactly. It's about the journey through these specific areas. It kind of sets the scene, hints at the biodiversity they're heading towards. That journey is part of the story, really.
And then there's this detail that I found fascinating. The key, it adds this layer of exclusivity.
Totally. Birdwatcher had to pick up a key for an old wagon route gate.
Right, from someone named Louvain, collected at the Bergplaas Woodville store.
And that small detail, picking up that key, it just shifts the whole field, doesn't it? It's not just a public park anymore. It feels like you've got special access, privileged access almost.
Like unlocking a private paradise for birders, as Birdwatcher saw it. A real sense of adventure starts right there.
It really does. And that key detail, it highlights something important about these kinds of trips, Often the most rewarding nature experiences involve that bit of extra effort, that local knowledge.
Yeah, it suggests it's not just a tourist hotspot.
Exactly. More like a cherished local secret. You only get in if you know the process,
Yeah.
which is managed carefully. It builds that anticipation. You expect something pristine.
Because access is controlled. Makes sense. Sets the stage for something special.
Definitely. A unique experience, not just ticking off another place.
Okay, so, key in hand, the real adventure starts. Crisp morning air, Birdwatcher mentions. You can almost picture it. Sounds like the perfect start for a birding day.
Oh, absolutely. Paints a vivid picture. And as they went further, the landscape itself started to, well, reveal its character. And this brings up a really crucial point. The biome. It's central to why this place is so good for birds.
Right, the Fynbos.
Yes, Birdwatcher describes this vibrant Fynbos landscape. It's unique shrubland, only found there in parts of South Africa, full of proteas, ericas, these iconic plants.
Framed by rugged mountains, yeah.
And that vegetation, it's not just pretty, it's absolutely vital for the specific birds you find there. Some are really rare, adapted only to that niche.
An ecosystem dialed in perfectly.
Precisely, and the birds are a key part of that whole system.
So soaking all that in, and then almost right away, bang, a highlight that just kicks things off. What was that first really exciting encounter that made all that planning feel worth it?
It sounded like it was pretty electrifying, actually. Birdwatcher saw a Fynbos Button Quail just explode out of the undergrowth.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, darting down the valley super quickly. And what's interesting is the speed and the rarity.
Too fast for photo, I bet.
Way too fast for the camera. But even so, seeing its distinct features left them buzzing. You know that feeling?
Oh, yeah. Pure adrenaline.
Exactly. It really underlines that unpredictable thrill of birding. Sometimes the best sightings are the ones you don't photograph.
The ones you just have to experience in the moment.
Right. You're just present. Left with this vivid memory, this visceral feeling. It's about the chase, maybe the luck of it. A pure, unscripted moment.
That's a great way to put it. Those unphotographed moments might be the stickiest ones. Okay, so after that fleeting glimpse, what came next as they moved higher?
Well, as they climbed deeper into the Fynbos, the main story, the one that really seems to capture the essence of the trip, started to unfold. Birdwatcher came across this family of orange-breasted sunbirds. A really intimate encounter.
Ah, the stars of the show.
Pretty much. First, there was the female. Birdwatcher describes her as serene, elegant in her, more muted colors, posing perfectly for a photo.
So beauty in the subtlety.
Exactly. And then, adding a splash of color, a young male, a juvenile, strutted out. He was molting, showing off his developing bright feathers.
Oh, cool. Seeing that transition phase.
Yeah, you can imagine the excitement. Seeing those first bits of adult color coming through, it's always special, that glimpse into their life cycle.
And then the adult male.
And then the adult male arrived. Bold entrance. And get this, he dramatically chased the youngster off.
Really? A bit of family drama.
Totally. It wasn't just, oh, look, a sunbird. It was a little window into their behavior, their social structure, dominance, hierarchy, all playing out right there.
Wow. That's what makes birding so fascinating, isn't it? Observing those little interactions.
Absolutely. It becomes so much more immersive than just ticking species off a list.
And the amazing thing for us listening, for you, is that Birdwatcher managed to get photos of all three. The female, the juvenile, and the adult male.
Yep, stunning images, apparently.
Yeah.
Which just brings that whole scene, that whole family dynamic to life.
It makes a fleeting moment something tangible, something shareable. Incredible. So hearing about these specific, really intimate sightings, you might be wondering, okay, what's the takeaway for me? If I love nature or I'm just curious, why should I care about this particular spot in the Outeniquas? Why not somewhere else?
That's the key question, isn't it? And Birdwatcher really emphasizes this combination.
Yeah.
The scenery is breathtaking, yes, but you also get these genuinely rare bird sightings, sightings that are tied specifically to that unique Fynbos environment.
So it's not just generally beautiful, it's ecologically special.
Precisely. It's painted as perfect for anyone who just wants to soak in the beauty, find some peace. But also, for photographers wanting those unique shots, it's about experiencing a whole specialized ecosystem. It really engages all your senses.
And it sounds like it's not just for the hardcore birders.
Not at all. What really comes through is its broad appeal. Whether you're a seasoned birder, chasing lifers, or you're just starting out, looking for that first real wow moment in nature, Birdwatcher's account suggests the Outeniquas can deliver.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the point of these deep dives, right? They aren't just for experts. They're for anyone looking for that spark, that connection.
A moment in nature, yeah. I like that. Okay, so for anyone listening who's now thinking, right, I want to do this, Birdwatcher, being an experienced guide, thankfully shared some solid tips. Crucial advice for planning your own visit, making sure you can actually find this place and have a good experience.
Yeah, the practical tips are super helpful. First up, access. You definitely need to book a permit with Louvain beforehand, just like Birdwatcher did. That helps manage the area responsibly. And remember, the starting point is Sedgefield, and the key pickup is at the Bergplaas Woodville store.
Right, that all-important gate key. So a bit of planning needed. You can't just show up.
Definitely not. Second thing, timing. March is recommended as the sweet spot.
Why March specifically?
Well, it seems to offer that perfect mix. The weather's usually good for being outdoors, comfortable for birding, and crucially, bird activity is high then. Breeding season, migration, things like that, increases your chances of seeing more.
Makes sense. And gear. What should people bring?
Essential gear is key. Binoculars, obviously, for getting those close-up views. A camera, if you want to capture those moments. And maybe most importantly, Birdwatcher advises bringing a field guide that's specific to Fynbos species.
Ah, good point. Not just a general South African bird guide.
Exactly. That specialized guide will help you identify the unique birds you'll see in that specific habitat. Really understand what you're looking at.
Those are great practical tips. It really bridges the gap from just hearing about it to actually thinking, okay, I could potentially do this.
Yeah.
Makes the whole thing feel much more accessible for you, the listener, whether you're planning a trip soon or just adding it to your dream list.
Yeah, it turns the idea into a real possibility.
So from that super fast Fynbos Button Quail, that fleeting thrill, to watching that whole family drama play out with the orange-breasted sunbirds. This deep dive with Birdwatcher in the Outeniqua Mountains, it really captures the magic, doesn't it? The magic of focused birding, of really immersing yourself.
It really does. And thinking bigger picture, experiences like this, like Birdwatchers, they remind us that really appreciating nature often comes down to that focused looking. intentionally observing, seeking out the specific details, the unique interactions, not just the broad scenic view.
Taking the time to notice the small things.
Exactly. It's about patience, maybe a bit of humility, and just the reward of being truly present in that moment. The natural world tells its own stories if you listen.
Well said.
And look, if you're feeling inspired by all this, and it's hard not to be, Birdwatcher Ben Fouche invites you to connect. He's an approved BirdLife South Africa guide, remember, and a tour operator. Share this story. Let others know about this fantastic birding spot on the Garden Road.
And you can actually book a trip with them, right?
Absolutely. You can book a guided birding trip directly with Birdwatcher, with Ben, on the Garden Route. Experience this magic firsthand with an expert. We'll make sure there's info on how to do that.
Fantastic. Which leads to a final thought, maybe freedom all over. What hidden gems, what overlooked corners might be waiting in your own local area? Right near you, just waiting for your own deeper dive, little focused observation.